Hey you guys, before I got into the video, I just wanted to talk briefly about my new ebook, Zodiac Signs, Sex Language. Whether you're looking to improve your sex life and your dating life, or if you're just looking to expand your knowledge about astrology, this is definitely the right book for you. This book is meant to help you improve your sex life, your dating life, and your love life, your relationships, and to spice it up in the bedroom if need be, or to just once again help you learn more about astrology. So if you're interested in any of these things, if you're interested in learning about the different love languages and the different sex languages of the zodiac signs, definitely look into getting this book, Zodiac Signs, Sex Language, written by me, edited by me, and designed by me, Lamarr Townsend. So you can purchase this ebook on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, or you can purchase it on Amazon, on the Amazon Kindle ebook store, all right? Or just amazon.com. All right, into the video we go. Thank you for listening and watching. Leo versus Virgo. Who is the strongest zodiac sign? Well, first of all, Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun rules self-confidence, our vitality for life, our connection to our higher purpose and our higher self. It also rules creativity, all right, and romance, all right. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules communication, intellect, the mind, okay? So two totally different energies. Virgo is an earth sign. Leo is a fire sign. Leo the lion versus Virgo the maiden. Who will win? Well, these two have different styles of battle. Virgo is much more detailed and analytical in how it approaches battle, which can frustrate Leo and at the same time confuse Leo, baffle Leo, when Leo is much more the type of energy of... That was weird. Leo's more so the type of energy. There was just something that just kind of floated in front of my face that was really interesting. There must be a screen around me. But Leo's the type of energy in which they're much more confident. Remember, Leo's ruled by the sun. So Leos are much more confident in their approach to battle. They're not too focused or occupied with the details of everything, Meanwhile, here's Virgo, paying attention to every little detail, all right? To the point, where they pay attention to the floor underneath them and how that will affect their, running after you or running away from you, like how much traction do their shoes, the maiden, or I guess her feet, because she doesn't have shoes probably, how much traction, will her feet be able to get on the grass or whatever ground she's on, running away from the lion, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they're very detailed in that way, but they, and by the way, I'm a Virgo rising, so I totally understand this energy. The rising sign, aka the first house, is your self-image. The first house is ruled by Mars. This is also your physical appearance and things like that. But moving on, this isn't a birth chart reading, but if you would like a birth chart reading, contact me on my website. But yes, Virgo is, much more calculated, all right? Much more methodical. Tends to think and then act, whereas Leo tends to just act and then think after, but a lot of times they don't even think after, they just kind of act and move on, which is also a strength for Leo, but can also be a weakness. Sometimes when you act before thinking, you end up getting yourself in messy situations. Sometimes not the best situation for Leo. On the same flip side with Virgo, sometimes if you think too much before acting, you can kind of paralyze yourself, which isn't good either, especially with Leo. You always want to be moving, because lions, are really unpredictable. They're the type of people, they're the type of animal, like, you don't want to make eye contact with the lion, or eye contact for too long with the lion, because that's just going to frustrate the lion. That's going to invite the lion to you, you know what I'm saying? So you really, have to, have that together. Be self-controlled in that way. You know, for example, Virgos really like eye contact, even though they can be shy and reserved. They like eye contact because they like knowing what you're thinking. They like thinking they know what you're thinking, right? They like knowing what's going on. They like to analyze, you know, what's going on with your eyes, so they know, you know, what's going on with you at all times. But when they don't have that ability with Leo, you know, who sees that as a challenge, you know, this is a very prideful, you know, zodiac sign. So, you know, you don't want to, you know, challenge their pride, hurt their pride in any way, right? So, but at the same time, you don't want to overstep a Virgo's boundaries, you know? And in that sense, a Leo's pride can be a Leo's boundary, all right? So, in that same realm, all right, I'll say that I think this battle is between who is the least afraid to overstep the other's boundaries. All right, now the thing with that is that when you overstep either of these zodiac signs' boundaries, especially when you put these two against one another, the person whose boundaries is being stepped upon can have, you know, their reaction can be a bit unpredictable. All right. For example, a Leo can be quite shocked and surprised by you having the gall and the confidence to overstep their boundary, especially Virgo, who seems so meek and reserved, you know. So they may be shocked at first, or a Leo could react really negatively and just, you know, go after you right away, obliterate you right away. Same thing with Virgo. Virgo can be really shocked, you know, by you not getting their cues that you're overstepping their boundary, or just not, you know, because remember, a Virgo is the type of person who will kind of give you certain cues. Remember, they're detailed, so they'll give you certain detailed cues, you know, clues into you're overstepping a boundary, you need to back up. But when you don't abide by those clues, that can cause a Virgo to be shocked or just have a negative reaction, all right, in which they start charging after you. Vice versa, a Leo will start charging after Virgo as well. So at that point, both people kind of have the idea of all or nothing, you know, and it takes a Virgo a long time to get to that point. Now, granted, it takes all the earth signs a long time to get to that point, and it takes typically the fire signs 0.1 seconds to get to that point. But nonetheless, Virgo still has that in them. You know, remember, this is a zodiac sign that's ruled by Mercury. So, you know, these people are very in their mind. You know, they're not like Gemini, who are very expressive, you know, and even if they're in their mind, you can still kind of tell what they're thinking by just how they're acting. That's not the case with Virgo all the time. Virgos are much more demure, much more cool, calm and collected, practical, you know, in their approach to their emotions and in their approach to dealing with other people, especially in conflict. Because in conflict, Virgos tend to go inward, all right? They tend to go more inward because that's where they can think the most. That's when they can come up with a solution the quickest, you know? So when you interrupt that process of them going inward, that's a kind of a vulnerable point for Leo. But it might be difficult for a Leo to kind of know how to get a Virgo to this point, or it might be difficult for Leo to know when a Virgo is at this point, because Leos are not so detailed all the time at, you know, picking up certain cues. Now, granted, when they're tuned in to their higher self, you know, and their spiritual self, they can definitely catch certain clues, you know. But for example, if a Leo's like too much into their pride or too much into like themselves, you know, like a Leo's the type of person who will groom, like the lion will groom himself in the middle of battle, like it's nothing, you know, like, and you know, it can seem like a bluff, and sometimes it might seem like a bluff, like to like get the other person to put their guard down, but that's just a lot of times who the lion is. Like, they're just kind of those types of people. Let me just take a moment to get myself together, you know, for this battle. Okay, I'm back. You know, like, that's kind of a weak moment for Leo too. All right. So Virgo has to, you know, kind of, while Virgo's detailed and analytical, remember, sometimes they can be too much in their head. So even though Leo has that moment, Virgo may not act on it because they may be thinking, are they bluffing right now? If I go after them, will they attack me at the last minute? Like, you know what I'm saying? where Leo might be giving them that in, you know, to kind of get the battle started, you know. So Leos are that kind of way where they can kind of play with their opponent, you know, and kind of test their opponent. So, but that's not, you know, good for a Virgo, because Virgos, you know, will wise up eventually to that, you know, and get, okay, they're playing with me. They think this is a game. They think that my life is a game. They think that, you know, I, you know, am not worthy or not capable of winning this battle. Let me show them what I really have up my sleeve, what I'm really capable of. And then boom, here comes another completely different side of Virgo, much more confident, much more sure of themselves, you know, very, you know, quick and adaptable on their feet, you know? And then they start charging after Leo, and then, you know, the next thing you know, the battle ensues. But Virgo, you know, being quick and agile, is able to deflect Leo's attacks, you know, and, you know, duck and dodge when necessary, you know, and then bam, Virgo wins. Or, you know, Virgo can become too paralyzed in fear, too much in their head, you know, to the point where Leo wins. Or Leo could just be confident to the point where they just, you know, have the ability to win, period, you know. This could go either way, you know. Leo understands the importance of not ever underestimating your opponent. Now, sometimes they overestimate their power in what's the word? In comparison to their opponent. Sometimes Leos overestimate their power, but a Leo instinctively knows when to not underestimate someone and their power. And Virgo might be that person for Leo. It might take a while for Leo to figure it out, but they'll get there. And then at that point, it's when the battle will really begin. When Leo takes Virgo seriously, and when, you know, Virgo takes Leo seriously. Because it might take a while for these two to, like, take one another seriously in battle. You know, because they have such different styles, you know. It is what it is. If you would like your own reading, contact me on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. I would love to read for you. I do psychic tarot readings, birth chart readings, and more. Okay, I do a bevy of psychic tarot readings, phone readings, which are more expensive, video readings, email readings. I also do direct message, Facebook, and Instagram readings, so I do so many. I also do individual birth chart readings, regular compatibility birth chart readings, love compatibility birth chart readings. I also do birth chart readings for your business, because yes, your business has its own horoscope and its own birth chart. And I also do birth chart readings for children. So if you would like to know your child a bit more, contact me on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. I would love to read for you, okay? Also, please like this video, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I thank you for listening and watching. Catch you in the next video. Follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend as well, and Facebook, facebook.com/LamarrTownsendOfficial. Keep in touch. Namaste, love, and light. Hey guys, thank you for listening and watching. Please hit the like button, share with your friends and your family, and also please subscribe, of course. And if you're interested in my ebook, check out my ebook, purchase it on my website or on Amazon. I would also love it if you would follow me on my social media, Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, thank you guys for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video, alright?